Okay, so the folly part two. So I have this truck and I was like, had the problems. I get this car and it starts having issues. And I'm like, oh God, Lord above, I don't know what I'm doing. So here I go again, rolling up my sleeves, going out and getting underneath the hood of this car. And it turned out that the former owner of the car that I got somebody had installed, it was a Dodge Caliber, and they had installed a Honda system in it. Okay, and it was a touch screen. And when they did it all kinds of funky. So like the wires were all messed up and there was just so much that wasn't right with it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So finally figured out that, after having a friend come over and look at it, actually two friends come over and look at it, we all kind of made the same deduction that, it needed, the throttle body. Got to replace the throttle body. So I finally figured out, where the electrical shorts were coming from, got that situated. So I went ahead and I undid it what I could and I pulled the throttle body out and I cleaned it out really good. And I heard this little weird noise in it, like that's not supposed to do that. Turned out that the throttle body was the little computer piece in it, computer chip in it, had broken on the inside. So even though I had cleaned it out and I put it back in, you just couldn't, yeah, you couldn't use it again. So I was like, all right, well, so much for my redneck self trying to fix this. So I have to get a new throttle body. But it was really funny because all of these experiences I've had for the last several years have just led me to be more confident in the things that I could do. And it made me realize that someday, whenever I do get to date somebody and possibly get married, depending on how all of this goes, that I have more to offer now in life. And I didn't realize how mechanically inclined I was until I hit this point. Like, it was no joke. One of the first jobs that I just did when I got done with everything was I went and worked at our local O'Reilly's. And that was pretty fun, to be honest. There was some inconsistent things that happened, so I had to kind of pull back and go back to what I needed to. But I normally do fitness training, and I just thought it was so hilarious that I'm over here doing this mechanic work, just going, I'm not really a mechanic, but here we go. Pull up my, sleeves and let's take a look. And it was so fun. Like I honestly had a good time doing it, and I put on good music, and just went at it. So, I had a little bit more worth there. But the folly wasn't a total folly. It was just folly enough.